Today we are talking about trust deeds. A trust deed involves three parties: a trustor, a trustee, and a beneficiary. Let's creatively simplify this to help you understand and have a little fun with it. Then we will put in a little more formal terms. So one day the trustor goes up to the beneficiary and says, "Hey beneficiary, can I have some money?" Beneficiary responds, "Ugh, I got so much going on. I can lend you the money, but I really do not feel like dealing with you. Give legal title to a trustee who will receive it, and then he will have the right to sell it. He will act as a neutral party between the two of us." Sound good? Yeah, sounds good. Trustor then gives the legal title to the trustee who receives it. Everybody's happy. Sun is out, birds are chirping, and the trustor has been making all the payments. So one day the beneficiary calls up the trustee. "Hey, trustee, remember that guy, the trustor?" "Yeah, what about him?" "He's a great guy. Made every payment like clockwork. He owes me nothing. Can you do me a favor?" Trustee says, "Sure, what's up?" "I would like to request that you reconvey that legal title back to him." "Okay, I got it. You are making a request of reconveyance." So then the trustee turns to the trustor and says, "Hey, trustor, the beneficiary thinks you're a great guy. He has requested that I reconvey the property to you." So then the trustor responds, "That is great. But what if he does not remember this? After all, he is a busy guy." "No problem. Here is a reconveyance deed. Now do not lose this. This is going to be your evidence that everything is paid off." Now let's look at a second scenario. So one day the beneficiary calls up the trustee. "Hey trustee, remember that guy, the trustor?" "Yeah, what about him?" "He sucks. I can't stand him. He promised to pay me back and he has not. What a jerk. Can you do me a favor?" Trustee says, "Sure, what's up?" "Can you sell the house and get my money back? I've given him notice and nothing has happened. Sell the house in a trustee sale for me and bring me the money from the sale, since the loan is not being paid. After all, the house is collateral for the loan." So now the trustee has to turn to the trustor and says, "Hey trustor, the beneficiary says you are not living up to your side of the contract. So sadly, I must give you a notice for the trustee sale." Okay, now let's put this in more formal terms. The first thing people get confused about is why is the person with an OR in their title receiving a loan when we learned the OR gives and the EE receives. In order to get the loan, the trustor signs the deed of trust and gives legal title to the trustee. The trustee receives that legal title. The legal title represents the right to sell the property. The trustee usually is a title insurance company or attorney that is invisible to the public. They are a neutral third party that holds the title for the beneficiary, which is typically the lender. In title theory states when they say the borrower has title, they're referring to equitable title, which is what the borrower has. Equitable title is the present right to possession with the right to acquire legal title once a preceding condition has been met. That condition being paying off the loan. That is a fancy way of saying you could live there and enjoy the property, but if you mess up, you can lose your property. Defaulting can mean more than just not paying the loan. It can be doing something to excessively damage the value of the property. When the final payment is made to the lender will sign a request of reconveyance to the trustee, and the trustee will issue a reconveyance deed to the trustor. A reconveyance deed is used in conjunction with a trust deed, and its purpose is to clear the title of any liens pertaining to the note and trust deed. Simply said, it is the evidence that you do not owe any money anymore. After you pay off your loan, you do not want to lose that piece of paper, as that is your evidence that the debt was paid off. In the case of the borrower defaulting on the loan, the beneficiary would notify the trustee. The trustee would notify the trustor and give them a time period to get the payments up to date. If the payments are not made, the trustee would conduct a non-judicial foreclosure, also known as a trustee sale, or it is what is more commonly known as just foreclosure.